Hello, I'm Scott Bogie here with Shaun Stant ahead of his Cage Fury FC 142 fight against Christian Bobe. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. And how are you feeling ahead of this upcoming fight?
I'm feeling great. The work's pretty much done. Just looking forward to fight week. Yeah, I'm excited. I just fought 2 months ago. I'm ready
Yeah,
to put on a show. I'm ready to get that finish this time around.
exactly. And like you said, you did just come off of that fight back in March against Tom Hintz. Now that was your professional debut. How did you feel like that went?
Oh, I felt great. I had like a year layoff from my last amateur fight up to that fight, but I'm always in the gym working hard all the time, and it was my first pro fight, went the distance, but yeah, this time around I'm trying to get that finish. And I felt good. I pushed the pace. I feel like I have gas, and he was a pretty good grappler. I feel like I'm going against another guy who's that's his strength. He's a grappler,
Yeah,
so I'm ready for that. I went through one grappler, now on to the next. I'm a grappler too, so I'm ready to go in there, and I'm ready for whatever. I want to get
exactly.
that finish though.
And do you feel like coming into this fight, it's a bit easier, like a bit of pressure is off because you've had that pro fight, you've got that debut out of the way, it's a bit more comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. I just keep gaining experience, and I love what I do. I love this stuff.
Yeah,
I'm a real fighter. I'm a real warrior mentality. Like I'm excited to go in there, and especially back to back. That's my favorite way to fight. I don't like having these big long layoffs. I had a few times when I was amateur, or maybe I had 6 months off, or a year off, or maybe I took a kickboxing fight. But I love when I fight back to back. I've had back to back fights before, and I always do great the second time around. But yeah, I
exactly.
don't I don't feel much pressure, I don't know. I just feel like it's another day. I just do what I love every day, and I prepare myself for everything. So I'm ready to go in
E-
there and put on a show.
Exactly. And like you're saying, you've had these grappling matches, you've got these kickboxing fights in between your MMA amateur career. Was that just to stay active, keep that competitive mindset in an actual fight sense?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm always down to compete, and I've competed in grappling and kickboxing. I'm always down to compete in whatever. I just want to keep getting experience. But now I'm pro. I'm really liking how things are going. I got a good thing going with the CFFC. Yeah, it's everything is falling into place for me. I feel like this is perfect for me, stepping stone for me to get to the UFC. That's my ultimate goal. If I keep winning here, I got my eye on that title. And that's another thing. The night that I fight, me and Christian, we fight. The guys are fighting in our weight class for the belt, so I'm gonna be paying attention to that. And yeah, I'm gonna be working towards that. I want to get that finish.
Exactly. And what is your normal walking around weight? Like, what do you normally walk around? I know this is at 145, but how much do you normally have to cut?
I usually walk around 160, maybe between 160 and 165. I usually stay pretty in shape. I don't gain too much and get fat or out of shape. I'm always training. I'm always, working out 3 to 4 hours a
Yeah,
day. And yeah, so I cut about, 15 to 20 pounds, but it's not a bad weight cut. And now I'm down. I'm already down right now to like 156, 157. After training, I was like 155 today. So I can go eat whatever I want. I cut weight really easy. Uh, but after the fight, I'll get up to 165,
yeah,
163. I'll stay around there. But right now, since I'm like eating super clean and I'm training really hard, I just burn a ton of calories and my metabolism's really fast. I cut the weight super easy, super fast. But yeah, it's not too big of a weight cut. I don't ever want to go any lower though. I don't feel like I can make 35, but yeah, 45 is perfect for me. Perfect
And
weight cut. 15,
do you
15
feel
pounds.
like that is because it's great to try and stay, like you're saying, stay active? You can take these short notice fights and make the weight nice and easy. You don't have to stress too much about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I can make weight at any given time. I could get an offer to fight in 2 days, and I can make the weight if I had to. No problem. I'm always ready, and I think that's the way you got to be. That's my mentality. I'm ready for whatever. Always, I'm always staying ready. they could call me anytime. And same for UFC. I hate when I see these guys that are super talented, but then they get super heavy, and then maybe they get an opportunity for a big opportunity, a short notice fight, and then maybe they lose, they come up short, and then they're always like, oh well, it was on 2 weeks notice or it was short notice, blah blah blah. For me, I don't have no excuses.
Yeah.
I'm a fighter. I'm always ready to fight. I'm always in the gym training every day, regardless if I have a fight booked or not. I'm always here training. Like I said, 3 to 4 hours a day. I train always. I'm always working hard. And if I'm not training, I'm teaching the up and coming fighters or helping out the kids classes or the amateurs. I'm always in the gym working,
And like you
making
said,
improvements.
you are able to make the weight nice and easy. What, obviously, when you do miss weight, it is a 20% purse hit. Do you feel like that is enough, or because obviously if you are coming in heavy, it is gives you that advantage in the fight. Do you feel like I know there've been some suggestions of maybe a point off in the fight, or what's your view on what happens when a fighter does miss weight?
I don't think they should take a point, but yeah, that's an interesting topic. I've never missed weight, but I don't ever plan on missing weight. I'm a professional, and it's ultimately it's our decision if we still want to take that fight or not. So if
Yeah.
you take the fight, then I don't think there should be any point deductions or anything like that. Um, yeah, I think you just if you accept the fight, then you go in there and fight like you're a warrior. Like gladiators didn't choose their weight or like I don't know. When you go in there and fight, it doesn't matter if they're a pound or two over. I'll always accept the fight, even if they are. If they miss weight, I just feel like that's weakness. That they couldn't make the weight. I'll never miss weight. I'll kill
Does,
myself before I miss weight. You know what I mean?
does that just
That's my
make you even
mentality.
more hungrier to get the win? Is they've shown that weakness, they've missed weight, they did something that they've not been contractually agreed to. Does that just make you want to get that win even more?
That made me wanna. I want to make them pay for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And show them it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go in there and win regardless. That's my mentality. It's my mindset on that. But
And
yeah,
then also, obviously you're currently at MMA Masters, is that correct?
yes, sir.
And
It's
how
my
has that been?
home.
Because also you have got a lot of talented fighters at your gym, including like Colby Covington and that, but also just in outside the UFC, Richard Mayer. They've just got seems to be getting all the big names at two Masters. What is it about you guys that attracts these big names?
We got the greatest. We got the best coaches, man. My sensei, master and sensei. They're the best. And yeah, we got a lot of high level fighters. My sensei, he's the best. He's crazy with his jujitsu and judo, and we got really good striking here. We got everything here. We got it all. And I love it about my sensei. He'll get on the mat and he'll whoop all of us. Nobody can beat him. He's on a whole nother level. And that's the thing about my grappling. I work with the best. And yeah, we got a lot of high level guys here. I'm always working with high level guys, UFC fighters. Nate Landwehr. I train a lot with Colby Covington. He actually left our gym, but I used to work with him all the time. Me and him are real cool. Yeah, I got a lot of work with Kobe. He actually helped me so much. Um, yeah, I just used to train with him every week, all the time. Me and him one on one, sparring with him all the time, and he's a little bit bigger than me too. So I train with a lot of. We got a lot of welterweights here, so I train with a lot of guys bigger than me and high level. I got like Nate Landwehr, Danny Chavez,
Yeah.
some other good 45ers. I train with them all the time, but I train with a lot of bigger guys too, and I'm able to hold my own against these bigger guys too, and they've help push me and make me a lot better. And yeah, like I said, Colby Covington. A lot of people don't like him, but no, he helped me out a lot actually, and I used to train a lot with him, and yeah, he helped me a lot, pushing me with the wrestling, with everything.
And what do you feel like has been the biggest from also your training with Kobe? What has been the biggest thing that you've learned from him?
Oh man, he just taught me a lot. Keep my hands mixing it up, using my feints. I know I can take anyone down. Like I've taken him down. He's a really good wrestler. Like I know I can. I got really good wrestling too. He might get right back up, but I can get a takedown on these guys. He's taught me a lot of things. Setups and feints, and just fighting smart. I'm very durable and tough, but not. I need to not I don't want to fight like that all the time. I gotta fight smarter. That's one thing he always would teach me. Be smart. You know, don't walk forward like the Terminator all the time. Like when it's time to be tough, I know I can do that. And you know,
Yeah. And
yeah, I want to fight smart and try to avoid that. Fight smart, use my setups, feints, push the pace. But yeah, I know that's one of my good attributes is my durability and my toughness. But yeah, I gotta fight smart. And
and
he's
like with your this fight coming up with Christian, do you feel like you're saying you're both grapplers, do you feel like he's gonna try and keep this fight on the ground, or do you feel like he's gonna try and stand and bang with you?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I analyzed him. I seen what he likes to do. I feel like he's well rounded. He likes to mix it up. He's not as much of a grappler like my last opponent, Tom Hines. I know
Yeah.
he's constantly just going for the takedown, pushing for the takedown. And I know Christian's a good grappler too, but I don't see him as that grappler, that guy that's just constantly going for the takedown like that. He will eventually mix it up, but I think he will dance around with me, and we will strike more in the beginning probably. I feel like he will he's going to eventually change levels, especially once I start piecing him up. He's not going to like that. He's going to shoot. So I know the shot will eventually come, but I don't think he's going to be shooting the very first 10 seconds of the fight like my last opponent and
No.
constantly shooting. I don't think it's going to be like that. Well, I'm ready for that too. But no, I think he'll dance around. He'll be a good dance partner for me to stand and bang, mix it up. But yeah, I think he's a little more. He mixes it up a lot more. I think we're gonna strike more. Eventually, it is gonna be an MMA fight. We're gonna grapple, but yeah, I think yeah, we're gonna strike a little bit more in this fight, and I'm excited for
And
that. Give the fans a show.
and what do you make of fighters like your last one who just looks for that takedown to bring the fight to the ground? Because obviously it must be rather annoying, wanting to stand there, you want to showcase your striking as well, but nope, they're
Yeah.
going for that takedown.
Yeah, well, I know he does that a lot. I wanna when I see a guy that gives me an opening to maybe knock him out, go for a knee, go for an uppercut, go for something like that. But yeah, it does make you have to think a lot more. You don't get to open up as much with the striking, and that's how I would maybe not throw as many kicks, maybe not I have to change my style according to how their style is. But yeah, it is a little bit annoying. I was sometimes he would trick me because I know he's going to shoot a lot. I would be waiting for that shot, you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
maybe not get to let my hands go the way I want to. And maybe it got taken down a couple times but yeah, I want to, I'm always trying to make adjustments and improvements. But yeah, I'll try not to get taken down. But I don't think this Christian Bobe is going to be shooting that much as the last guy. But I definitely think he's gonna change levels and he's going to shoot eventually. But I'm going to be ready for whatever.
exactly.
But
And
yeah, I want to strike.
what's your goals
Bang.
for 2025? Because obviously you've made your professional debut, that one's out the way. What other goals do you have for this year?
Yeah, man, I'm ready to have this fight next week. I wanna get a finish this time around, and I want to start getting these racking up these finishes. Yeah, I want to fight this time, maybe, and at least I want to fight two more times this year, at least. God willing, I don't get any injuries or anything like
Yeah,
that. I wanna fight again, and I want to stay active. I'm trying to fight 4 to 5 times this year, because next year I got even bigger goals than that. I'm trying to get to the UFC quick. And that's why I love about fighting in a big organization like the CFFC. It's gonna line me up for that. Yeah, this is a good path to get to the UFC. Everyone fights here before they go there, and yeah, this is
exactly.
a big opportunity. I'm trying to get to UFC fast. Hopefully by next year I can rack up 5 or 6 wins and maybe get to the contender series next summer. That's my big goal.
Exactly,
But yeah.
because with CFFC, they are the biggest promotion on that East Coast. They do also have the backing of the UFC Fight Pass, which also brings you out there a lot more in terms of media outlets and with attention. Do you feel like that is what helps you as athletes get to that UFC a lot quicker, is being able to be broadcast on a stage like the UFC Fight Pass?
Yeah, absolutely. It's on Fight Pass. You got John Morgan and all these other guys as the commentators. It's just
Yeah,
it's a good production. And yeah, this is basically UFC level competition before, this is where everyone goes to fight to, refine their skills before they get to the UFC. So, and I love that I'm fighting high level competition. I've never been a guy to try to pick easy fights or anything like that. I'm not trying to cut too much weight to fight smaller guys or have an advantage. No, I'm fighting legit opponents, and that's what's going to get me where I want to be. I want to be the best. I want to fight the best, and yeah, I want to be in the UFC 100%.
And what was your reaction when obviously you were trying to look for that first professional debut? You're trying to find a fight, just trying to see what's available, and CFFC, one of the biggest promotions on that East Coast, sends you that contract and says, "We want you to fight this guy." What was your reaction?
Oh, I was excited. I accepted the fight the first time around with Tom on 3 weeks' notice. I accepted it, but then I actually had broken my toe in training, and I didn't even say nothing to my coaches. I had broken my toe, and I had told a couple guys, but I was still training, and then they had gave me this opportunity, and then I said yes, of course. I was like, I don't need a toe, I'm gonna be fine. It's 3 weeks away. But then Tom had actually requested, like, he wanted a full camp to fight me, and we pushed it back to 8 weeks, and that 8 weeks was just enough time. My toe had actually healed at 100%. But I had to kind of tone my training down. Wasn't able to kick first couple weeks, and then but by the time I had gotten to the fight, I was 100%. But I was super excited. I knew it was a big opportunity, and like I said, I had a year off before my pro debut for my last amateur fight. But I was always in the gym training, and I was always mentally preparing myself for this. I know what my goals are and where I want to be. And I was that whole year, every day, I'm always training. I was preparing myself. Like, I know one events like soon is going to be my time. I'm going to get an opportunity, and I'm going to have to take that. And it doesn't matter who it is. I'm ready for anybody. I train with high level guys, UFC guys all the time. So I'm already kind of used to the high level competition, and preparing myself to fight these high level guys. So when I heard he was 2-0, it's a big opportunity, Cage Fury. Yeah, I was super excited. I knew I was going to win. I was confident going in, and yeah, I just trained really hard, and I'm super prepared. I'm ready for anywhere we go, anywhere the fight goes, and yeah, I showed that in my last fight. I was able to dominate the guy, and it feels good. Take that O away from him. He was
Yeah.
2-0, and now I'm going against a 1-0. I'm gonna take his O away too. So I'm really excited about that. It's gonna look real good on my resume.
Exactly. You're just taking people's O's left, right, and center.
Absolutely, that's right.
And what is it that you like to do after a fight or after a win? Is there anything in particular, any special food that you like to have, any special place that you like to go?
Oh man, I like to eat everything after. I'll have a few beers. I'll enjoy the win. Um, Not too crazy. I'm always getting right back into the gym. I don't take
Yeah.
too much time off. Maybe I'll take a week or two. Just this time around, I plan on maybe taking a week or two off. Go on a couple trips or something, visit some people. So I'm not from Florida actually. I live here and I stay here. I've been here for 4 years, but I'm actually from Ohio. And I've got family all over the place. I would like to actually go. I haven't seen much of my family or my friends in a long time. I've been just steady working on my craft, just working hard to get to my goals. And yeah, this time having back-to-back wins, I probably will go eat a lot of food, take a week or two off, and enjoy the win. But yeah, I don't know anything particular. Just I like to eat a lot of food. Let's just put it that way. I
And
want to
I
eat
th
everything after I win.
And I think that's the side of the fighting game that us fans are that watch the thing, we don't actually see is the sacrifices you guys make. You don't get to see your friends. You don't get to spend that time with birthdays, celebrations, because you are just moving away, being able to, like you're saying, improve your craft, go to the gym, and just work on that 24/7. Do you feel like in the end these sacrifices they are just worth it because you are going to get to that UFC level, you are going to get there, and that is when you can just sit back and just be like, it's just all worth it now.
Absolutely. I think it's all worth it. And I've always told myself that, I put a lot of sacrifice in, and I work really hard, man. I don't think there's anyone out there working harder than me. Honestly, I don't think so. I believe 100% in what I'm doing, and yeah, I know it's all going to pay off. I know my whole life has led me to this, and I'm going to make it to the UFC 100%. I can't wait to make everyone proud, and represent my team, and yeah, all my sacrifices will pay off 100%. I know it will.
Exactly. And make sure you guys tune in on May the 24th to the UFC Fight Pass. You can see Shaun get his second
Let's
professional
go.
win and his first stoppage, and is a UFC star in the making. Is there
Let's
anything
go.
you're wanting to add or anyone you're wanting to shout out?
Man, I just want to say thank you to all my teammates, my coaches, everybody that pushes me to be the best that I can be. And yeah, tune in for this fight. My teammates. We've been working real hard. I got one of my brothers actually just fought last weekend and got the knockout in the first round. Crazy comeback. He beat a glory kickboxer, and he just came off of back-to-back wins too. We're out here putting in the work over here at MMA Masters. But yeah, I got a great team, and yeah, now I'm coming for my back-to-back win as well. So definitely tune in. I'm gonna be coming out even more aggressive. I'm taking it up a level this time. Like I said, I came out, I felt great last time. This time I'm definitely looking for that finish, and I got a good dance partner to do that. So tune in. I'm coming for that finish. That's pretty much
Exactly.
it. Yeah, thanks to all my coaches. My corner, Danny Chavez. I'm bringing Coach Jonathan with me, Jonathan Lopez. I got the best teammates. I got the best team, the best coaches in the world, and yeah, I'm coming for that.
Exactly. They're definitely a
UFC
fight you do
bound.
not want to miss. Thank you for coming on.